Hey there, YouTube. So I've had a PS5 now for a little over 3 months. I actually got it the day after launch because it had to be shipped to me and I had to pick it up because I wasn't too keen on having it sit outside my door while I was at work or something. I actually had FedEx hold it for me at their hub, so I didn't get to experience the system on its actual launch day. And I doubt that I ever will get to experience that, but I'm just happy that I was able to secure it as soon as I did. Uh, the whole process of trying to reserve one was a nightmare to say the least. I understand that console launches are rarely ever meet consumer demand, but I really wanted this thing. It was the first time I had been this excited for a console since the PlayStation 3, which actually turned out to be a letdown for me, and I ended up skipping an entire generation of consoles because I felt like I was being duped for my money more than I was getting enjoyment from that at the time. So I never really got to experience the PS4 and its game library until now. I'm actually finding that there are some great titles that I missed out on, and I've been enjoying them now. Unfortunately, that's mostly what I've actually been using the system for. The next generation games just aren't there yet. I was gifted a physical copy of Dirt 5, which I did enjoy. I beat the career mode in a few sittings, though. Spider-Man Miles Morales was great, if I can pronounce it. I really enjoyed the story and characters, but again, it was a short experience. I also enjoyed Astro's Playroom quite a bit, but I ended up beating it pretty quickly. It's more of a demo for the controller than anything else. Speaking of the controller, it's amazing. The haptic triggers and new rumble technology really adds another layer to the game, or the games that support it at least. In my opinion, it's not a gimmick. We've all been truly missing out on this, and I hope the technology is there to stay and that developers take advantage of it. I ended up getting a subscription to PS Now and PS Plus. PS Plus is where I got to experience my first PS4 games. Not much can be said about it other than that. It's a great library they provided, and it looks great in 4K. PS Now is fairly decent when you can actually download a game, but streaming is hit or miss, to say the least. For instance, I have an Xbox 360, and I purchased and downloaded Darkstalkers Resurrection on there, and the game runs flawlessly on there, and I can play it on PS Now on PS5, but you're only able to stream it on there. During one of my playthroughs, the game started to slow down quite a bit, and by the time I had finished arcade mode, the service kicked me for having a poor connection. So that's not great. The resolution of the stream is fine, but really doesn't look that great on my 4K television. I much prefer to download anything I can. Unfortunately, this means that my internal hard drive filled up pretty quickly, and I had to order an external 2 terabyte hard drive because I didn't want to have to keep deleting my PS4 games only to have to re-download them again once I had the urge to play them. I want them at the ready, so I really needed that hard drive. I really hope that Sony unlocks the ability to upgrade the internal storage soon, or else my PS5 games will start to have the same issues. What I'm really worried about, however, is the internal storage filling over time. The SSD that comes with the system is actually just chips soldered onto the motherboard. SSDs have a limited number of reads and writes before they fail, and even though they won't start to fail anytime soon, I can imagine that there will be a lot of bricked PS5s out there, say 10 or 20 years from now, and that's just because they just fail. The operating system is on there and it just won't work anymore. I don't imagine that very many people will be able to replace surface-mounted chips and reinstall the OS. Another more immediate point of failure seems to be the controller. There is already a lawsuit filed against Sony for stick drift occurring in the DualSense controller, and I can't imagine that the plastic bits that provide resistance in the triggers will hold up over time either. In any event, this has been my experience with the system so far. Would I recommend that somebody rush out and try to find a PS5? Honestly, no. I wanted the system because I had a 4K television, and I wanted a console for it so that I could play games while sitting on the couch in front of the TV. All my other home consoles are set up at my desk. I'm really looking forward to the future of this console. Project Athia, if that's how you pronounce it, when it comes out, is probably going to be amazing. Ratchet and Clank, A Rift Apart, when it comes out, is probably going to be great. Gran Turismo is going to be insane playing with the new controller. Consoles always show their value over time and not when they're first released. So I would probably hold off if you can, but if you really want it, just go out and get it. So are you wanting a PlayStation 5? Or are you looking forward to getting one in the near future? If so, sound off in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe and click that bell icon to be notified of more videos coming soon. And until next time, bye!